All right, welcome to episode 2 of Building My Life in My 20s. I promised I would keep you guys updated as I start a new beginning post-grad in a new city. I just moved from North Carolina to Los Angeles to try to pursue comedy, and I'm bringing you guys along for the ride. So I have some updates for you guys today, but first I want to start with a question. Hold on. Do these glasses make me look like a horrible person? I feel like they do. Well, today I wore those sunglasses as I walked around for 4 hours and handed out my resume to any store or restaurant or anything that I could find for a job. I had been looking online, calling these places, applying online, and it was a pretty fruitless search. So I decided to take matters into my own hands physically by going to a UPS, and I printed out a bunch of copies of my resume, and I just went into any place I could find and asked to either talk with their manager or just handed my resume to whoever was accessible. And I have an interview tomorrow at 4 p.m. at one of the places I went to. So maybe our parents were not lying when they said to just walk up to places and hand them your resume. I know it's a little bit embarrassing at first, but then I realized it wasn't, because something happened to me. I downloaded from the ether above the words of Kendall Jenner in her Vogue interview of past outfits. And she was shown a picture of this, kind of funky Coachella outfit that she had worn years prior. And at first, she was kind of had a bad reaction to it. She was like, oh my God, this is a bad outfit. But she was like, wait, no, you don't get it. This was Coachella 2016. This was a vibe at the time. This was a vibe at the time. That completely reframed the way I think about embarrassment, because if you're not hurting anyone, if you're enjoying yourself, if you're trying to better yourself, if you're putting yourself out there, it's a vibe. So my handing out resumes, that was embarrassing. And the words of Kendall Jenner, that was a vibe. And it might have paid off, hopefully, fingers crossed. Also, you might see on this piece of paper, here are my needs. 1 apartment. Oh, it's crossed off. Why is apartment crossed off on my needs? That's because my roommate and I were approved for an apartment, so we're just waiting on the lease, but that is a huge weight off of our shoulders, because now we can move on to step 2, which is jobs, which I already started to do by acting like I was in the 1930s and printing off my resume at a UPS and handing it out. That's a pretty good day to me. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like if I saw myself at a bar wearing these, I would sit on the other side of the bar, because I know that anyone wearing these would strike up a conversation about crypto. But I like them. I don't know. Okay, let me know what you guys think. That's my update for day number 2. I'm going to go take a shower because I'm super sweaty. Bye, you guys.